Hey everybody, it's me, Edward Jones, back for a new video. Smarter phones and duller minds. I decided to make this video based on a lot of observations I've made over the years. I noticed that, and maybe I don't think I'm the only person that sees this, but if you notice that as we've made strides in certain technological advancements, we have gotten dumber. That's we don't use our heads as much as we ought to. We're like, it's like when I see some people walking on the street, and like I ride my, like when I'm it's like you can walk up to them and they won't know that won't know that you're around them. They won't know that unless you actually tap them on the shoulder. Their mind is elsewhere. It's like, talk about lacking in situational awareness. And it's not just with people. It's not just with people on the street. It's like with people who drive. Now, I understand. As far as people who people behind the wheel and distractions go, it's not just with phones. But it's just something I noticed. You ever notice this is trend during the summer where a lot of people are leaving their kids in the car? I'm wondering how many of those people have been on their phone when they've been in the car, and it's totally slipped their mind that they had a child inside the car. Or even and I think this is just as bad. People who they don't. I have a friend that if we're conversating on, if we're having a conversation, he continuously looks to his phone, and I'm snapping like, "Hey, are you still in the conversation?" And I'm wondering, is this excess in computer technology making us dumber? Not dumber, less attentive. Generally when I don't have an MP3, I don't have an iPod, I don't have a smartphone. I upgraded from one flip phone to another, and generally when I'm out and about, I like to listen to everything that's around me. I like to be aware of my surroundings because I'm an animal. I have to be aware of my surroundings. This world is a dangerous place. I don't want to be tuned out when it's necessary. That if I'm out in the open, that I need to be alert. I need to have try to have a clear mind, try to know what's around me at all times. And that's not. I don't believe that's just something I believe preppers should do. I think it's just a human function that we're aware of our surroundings at all times. But it seems like when people have with this, I laugh at the fact that they call them smartphones. Because I'm wondering, were we dumb? Were we dumb to begin with? That we need a phone to make us smarter. If anything, I think it's actually dulling us. It dulls the mind because it's a constant distraction. We don't look at everything that's around us. We're so caught up in this little screen that's in front of us. You look at this screen when you could be having a conversation with a human being in front of you. I like to talk. I like to chat online with people. I do Skype from time to time. I like to chat with friends on Facebook messaging, through Facebook messages. But if I have an opportunity to talk to someone in front of me, talk to a human being, talk to flesh and bone, I relish it. I take full advantage of it. My phone, if it rings, let it keep ringing. Unless I'm expecting a call, and then I'll politely try to excuse the conversation for a second. But then even if I get on the phone, I let this person know. Listen, if it's did X happen really, or do Y, and or I'll do Z, and that's it. And I hang up and get back to talking to the person in front of me. And then I get back to being aware of my surroundings. Even when I'm on the phone, I work to be aware of my surroundings. But it seems like a lot of people nowadays, they're not. They're tuned out, and it kind of it's funny. It reminds me of the movie They Live, where Roddy Piper, his character John Nada, he puts in those sunglasses, which I hope someday get a pair of those sunglasses. They're pretty cool looking. He sees all the messages around him, but no one else sees them. And I'm wondering, could this thing that goes on with cell phones, not exactly there's subliminal messages, and these are things that are blind, are keeping us from seeing it, but with these with the overuse of this type of with the overuse of this type of technology, dull our senses, will it dull our minds, will make us dumber in a sense, if we don't actually see the things that are going on in front of us. What does it do to critical thinking skills? What does it do with connecting dots? And I think about how damaging that can be, for people who when violent actions happen all around us, but people are tuned out to where they may not even be able to recognize that someone else is in danger. Excuse me, allergies. But yeah, I mean, do we need phones? Do we need these type of phones to make us smarter? Should we call them smartphones? It is not even just phones. I noticed that there are even cars that will automatically apply the brakes if the car senses that you're going to crash into something. Whatever happens to just paying attention to what you're doing? There are even some cars that will even. I saw this feature in a commercial. A car that will actually parallel park it for you. Now, I will say this: it's difficult for me to parallel park my truck. Especially since my power steering is shot right now. I'm trying to work on that. But even then, I try to look for better. I know I recognize limitation. I recognize my limitations of my vehicle, and I try to park somewhere else. I try to park in a safe manner. But do I really need the car to park itself for me? Am I the only person that thinks this, that we're getting that all these technological advancements are just ruining our instinct, ruining our ability to use what's up here? Is it doing that? I think it is. I believe it is. Yeah. But, I figured I'd put that out there to see what other people think about the situation. If you have if you have these type of phones, or if you have the type of computer technology, I do make sure to use the term computer technology, because technology can apply to just about anything. Paper is data saving technology, in a sense. But yeah, have you noticed this, in your own personal life? Have you noticed in your day-to-day life, has this kind of thing even having an impact on your own life? Please leave your comments in the comment section. I'd be happy to hear. I'm happy to hear what people have to say. Make a video response. Any gripes, complaints, please send them to me. It is what it is. Just please be respectful to everyone else who's leaving comments or who's watching this video. But that's my video. Smarter phones and duller minds. I'm Edward Jones, and thanks for watching.